Well, I've already written this on my Philip John Platt channel. Like, do you know what my number one commandment is? It's like the absolute basics of being like when you're born, like the basics of being like a normal human being. Like my one main commandment is ABC 1, 2, 3. Killing people is bad. Do you agree? Like killing people is bad. Like I killed a bee and I feel bad. Do you know what I mean? It's like another number one rule is don't be a weirdo. Another number one rule is like don't do weird things to like especially like young people, like what's going on in the world today, like young children, like don't do weird, like leave them to be like children, like don't be a weirdo. Like my number one rule is like like the Ten Commandments and like don't be a weird, like the number one rule, like if you're a man and you want to attract a beautiful woman, like don't be a weirdo. Don't be a weirdo. Don't kill people. Have a bit of personality and character. Don't be arrogant. And just you have like common sense and like use your brain. Rather than being dictated by a book and like what other people do, why don't you like use your own brain and like try and figure things out for yourself? Like, like I didn't need to read the Quran to know how to be a normal human being. I became a Muslim because I wanted to try it, and like Allah like overtook my body. Like the night on like the 15th of September, like on like the evening of like my 34th birthday, Allah overtook my body and like put me in, because one of my hobbies and like passions is trying to find different combinations I can put my body in. So like Allah literally over like possessed my body and like put me in all different positions for like 15 minutes. I was like rolling all over the floor and like moving around in my flat, like being controlled by Allah. And then like I celebrated my 34th birthday with my mum at Nando's, and then like I went home and then like, I was praying. I was like I hadn't done my shahada, and then like Allah overtook my body. I became really rigid and like hunched over, and like actually possessed my body, and I walked all the way to the masjid, and then I was like, do you know why I don't have to pray anymore? Because like my last prayer at the masjid was about 3 months ago, yeah. And do you know what, how I prayed? I dressed up in like a really nice, like how like Angel Jibril would have, like, when like Angel Jibril was in the masjid with Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, like dressed in all white and like immaculate. And like when I was praying, I, instead of saying "Oh Allahu Akbar," so I sung like in the melody of like my music that I've created, like La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah. Like no one else in the world, no other Muslim in the world would even just do that. Would even pray like so. My last prayer was better than any prayer, any of the 2 billion Muslim prayers on earth. Yeah, like the 2 billion Muslims on earth are like praying. They're either praying for something for themselves, they're praying for like Islam to take over the world, or they're praying for Imam Mehdi to establish Islam and like establish Islam. Like none of your prayers are being answered because like Imam Mehdi is like a culmination of all the prophets. And do you think Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam wanted actually to? That's why Muhammad sallallahu. But like it's alright. But like Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam didn't want to turn you into soft little peasants. But if you like didn't stone him and didn't treat him so badly, he would have like made you like really strong and like him. But like remember like 23 years like, at the beginning, like he was trying to help and they just weren't listening to him. I've had that same thing in 2015. I came up with my formula and my most efficient exercise ever, and I was like hitting 350-yard drives and making like doing Michael Jackson Remember the Time and doing like all impressions, and like I was 63 kilograms. I took a train up to London to go onto like X Factor or Britain's Got Talent and like show people, and I was like trying to go up to people and like tell them what I've got. And then I went up to Scotland, like just because I was like trying to show. I wanted to. I was a bit hyped up. I was actually. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but like how like Muhammad was trying to tell the people and then he got stoned by the peasants. It was like my equivalent of that. It was like instead of being stoned by peasants, rather than listening to me and actually like listening to what I'm saying, they like put me in a mental health hospital. Like I went up to St Andrews in Scotland to try and show my goal swing. Like it's like the my costing goal swing simplified. I was only 63 kilograms hitting it 350 yards. So like I don't have any companions. That's why I think I might be greater than Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam hasn't been through as much as me. Like he had companions and wives. I only want one wife. I'm not going into too much. I've explained it in my other videos. I only want one wife. I only want one wife, and I have like no friends and no wife. All of this, what I've done is on my own. from the age of 12 for the past 22 years, all of what I'm doing, all of my videos is of my own making. I'm like, I can do a comedy sketch where I do all the voices and it's funnier than like a whole team of comedians. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can sort of like entertain myself, but then like, I played hide and seek with the moon and it's still not enough. I can play hide and seek with the moon and it's still like, all right, put the kettle on, that's all right. Do you know what I mean? It's like nothing. Imagine how I felt my whole life. Like nothing impresses me. Like, you know, some things do impress me. Like if I see like that figure skating, like the women figure skating, like dancing, like it's amazing. But like in general, just generally speaking, in my day-to-day life, like just I'm walking through Croydon, so I think it's just like a load of rubbish. I don't want to play chess. I don't want to go to the and play football and like be surrounded by dickheads shouting and swearing and trying to kick my shins and all that. Golf, I've already played golf, but I find it very difficult. Like golf is very difficult, but like I've played golf to a high standard about 5 years ago, so I've been there, done that. Part of my formula, been there, done that. And it's like, hang on. So it's like, I've got, what was the original part of my topic? That's just another, I'm just trying to make more content. You see how like I don't have bipolar disorder and psychosis, and like the mental health team just don't even know me. Like 11 years in the system, they don't even know a fraction of my personality. My family don't even know a fraction. The only person who knows a bit of my personality is my mum, and she still doesn't fully know me. So my brothers don't know me. My dad doesn't know me. I have no friends. I have no wife. All of what I'm doing is on my own. So it's kind of like what David Goggins says. Like, you got to do everything on your own. But like, I don't fully agree with David Goggins and Andrew Tate. You got to be like a bit more feminine and like. I want to try and help David Goggins, like, because it's like he needs to just relax and just eat like he's proved himself. He needs to just be a bit more like feminine and a bit more like silly and just like get a bit of a belly and just like look after himself. Like, he's been through a lot. David Goggins, I love you, man. Like, you're a legend, absolute fucking legend.